Alright guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. And after about a month of waiting, I think it's time to give you guys a proper update. And since then I went around and I optimized the deck a little bit, made got a little few new slates in here and there, got rid of some cards that we didn't need. Leveled up a bit, got to level 16, and actually fixed the bottom of the screen, and it might actually show up now, which is nice. And I started us off here by this door so we can get right into cutscenes and all that fun with good old Cloud over here. I don't remember any of the rules. You know it's kind of bad when you have Cloud waiting for you to kind of catch up to him. Oh snap, Cloud's a bad guy. Well, it's always been a weird part about the beginning of the Kingdom Hearts series is Cloud's always up as a bad guy for some reason, and it's up to us to beat the crap out of him and knock some sense into his stupid blonde hair. Then we get thrown into a little mini-boss fight with Cloud, probably one of the easier ones in the game, probably because he doesn't take very many hits. If you have the right cards, you can get past him without even really trying. Like I said, not the hardest, he uses a lot of really low-level cards. Which isn't so bad. I'm not really using any of the slates I set up properly, but let's see if we can get one in. There we go. Oh, he flew away. Damn you, Cloud. That's pretty much this Cloud's mini-boss's tactic, is to fly away and attempt to try and use one of his slates, even though it's pretty much just combos. But we will get an interesting card for beating this guy. A high potion. Which isn't really that good, and I guess we blew Cloud up. Also, if you were paying attention, you would have probably noticed that he blew up when you beat the shit out of him with your blunt little key sword thingy. And we got the Key of Truth. All the rooms are pretty much cleared out now, which is nice. And we still can't access the door over here, because, it's still one of those gold cards, and these things are next to pretty much rare to find. Unless you're lucky or you decided to use a little action replay codes. But usually what's just behind there's a treasure door and usually a key that's a little bit better than what you would get just kind of buying it from a store or hanging around. And this is asking us to give us a card that's 3 or under. Let's just give him that. And let's use this and let's go fight the boss of this world, because I am getting sick and tired of the Olympus. And annoying. And at least it's not a trial sort of thing like it is in all the other games. And this world at least has some sort of purpose in the world, at least giving us a legit story about how Cloud's a douche. Oh, and who would have guessed that Hades is the bad guy here? I didn't. I honestly thought it was going to be some random other Disney villain, you know, maybe Jafar came back. Hades in the Hercules world, this is a change in pace. And we keep getting rules that we've never heard of or care to even remember. Well, Cloud and him never even fought. We beat the crap out of him. Yes, you're getting defended by a 5-year-old. I mean, not 5-year-old, by a 13-year-old. Why did I say 5 years old? And now we get to fight Hades, and we don't know why we get that little transition into kind of staring at him for a little moment. This boss is a little difficult, a little bit harder than the last boss we fought. Personally, I don't think he's that bad. He is kind of beating my ass right now. And what's best is to kind of just use a bunch of Blizzard cards, because that does the most damage to him, and never use Fire cards. Retrospectively. I mean, this guy's a little bit of a pain in the ass if you don't know really what you're doing. I'm not really showing my best effort into fighting this boss right now. This is one of the bosses that has to recharge their own deck too, which is pretty nice. We'll never get a good healing unless we abuse Goofy, and this is how I play this game. I just abuse other cards so I don't lose my actual main attacking card so I can heal. But this is also when bosses start having a little bit higher card numbers to try and break, and they'll start making their own slates, which I think they've been doing since before. It's just now they're a lot more into doing it. And now they're going to start actually doing quite a bit of damage to us, but because these guys are also going to start running out of their own cards. You pretty much just got to be smart during these battles, and I'm not right now. I'm dying. Hate is one of the few times he's ever actually a little challenging in a game. I haven't really been feeling the best lately. Got the flu a little while back. It sucks. I always seem to get it once the seasons start changing too, and it bothers everything with me. I feel freaking weak. I barely managed to get up to make this video, which is pretty much just a spur of the moment thing. I kind of want to start updating a little bit more for you guys, because even though it doesn't seem like you guys are too interested into it, give you guys at least a small update every now and then. And I'm gonna try and update this a little bit more than once every month. Prior to the fact that I'll start recording more than one part of video. Oh, we died? Well, first death of the game, we died to Hades. All things. Damn, that sucks. You know what, skip this blah 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 blah. Cutscene, cutscene, cutscene. Yay for Visual Boy Advanced skip techniques. Blah blah blah, your worries, Hades. And you know what? I'll cut to beating this guy so you guys don't have to see this fight again. Alright, an attempt later, we actually beat this guy, which wasn't so bad. I'm just shocked that I actually died to him that one time. But at least now we got a Hades card. I don't know, I'm not too fond of ever using the Heartless Darkness cards or anything like that. Only with the fact that they take up so much CP and sometimes they're worthless, and the only real time they're ever useful is if you're dependent on actually needing one of those cards for that little boost that each of them gives you. But like I said, I'm not too big on ever actually using them. And no, sorry, Cloud. Try and get back your memories, but forget everything that we've told you today. Oh. No problem, Mr. Cloud. Oh, you're badass. Let me obtain a Cloud card, which is probably one of my favorite summons. Not because it's Cloud, but that's because it's actually a little useful. We got a kind of a crappy number to start out with. Maybe later on we can get a little bit higher if we just visit a Moogle shop every now and then, which they only sell for 150 CP at the moment, which isn't too expensive. You know what, let's save our game, even though it's probably corrupted as hell, because of all the speeding up that I did there. And look, no random fights walking through a hallway. Wow, this is a little shocking. I'm glad you guys remember your duty and how you actually managed to get here with Sora. And we get a nice little cutscene with Axel and Larixene over here. Or Larixene. They never really tell. Well, they do say it in the game. They just never bothered with buying the remake of this game on the PlayStation 2. Pretty much is the game in 3D, which some people might like, and the voice acting is okay. Too bad we never got the final mix version of Kingdom Hearts 2 when they released the remake of Chain of Memories over here, but that's a different story. Well, damn, Goofy, you forgot about what you forgot. This is not good. So we're gonna forget how to forget things, and then we're gonna forget about how we forgot to forget things, and how we forget to forget other things. And we get a nice little cutscene here with Kairi, who turns into Naminé. Or flickers a bit, glitches out, and disappears. Oh. I don't think he is Donald. I don't really want to bother. I don't really want to bother with Sora, especially when he starts tripping out like that. And we're finally on Castle Oblivion on the 4th floor. Let's save again, just so we don't have to deal with that cutscene ever again. Let's see what world we're starting up this time. Oh, we're gonna go into Wonderland. Or we could go to Monstro or Wonderland. Let's go there, just to kind of get this place out of the way and colorful, happy. This isn't like Madness Returns. I expected it to be monsters and blood and so much gritty stuff out of a Disney Square Enix game. Guess not. Well, that sucks, Mr. Little Rabbit Dude. I forgot his name. Wasn't really big on this movie when I was younger. Or still. We got the key of beginnings, and let's start on our nice little adventure into Wonderland. Let's get a nice little look at the map. It's not the largest map. Sometimes they might throw you off by thinking that this one right here is the key of beginnings, and conveniently the door next to it would be the next one. Well, it might happen. And we got a nice kingdom key to start out with here. Let's get rid of this nice little swarm of Heartless right from this get-go here. Kind of miss seeing one of these fights. And we're starting to get a little bit more experience, which will start happening as we obviously start progressing through this game. I don't know what game wouldn't get harder enemies that give more experience in an RPG. Except these big guys are still a pain in the ass, because they'll still turn around even when you're in the middle of a combo, and we got to 0, and we leveled up. Let's get that new slate. Blitz, 3 attack cards at different types, value 10 through 15, that's not so bad. So this one away, we're going to start seeing these night guys a little bit more too. Oh, we got this world's exclusive little enemies over here, these little flower guys. These guys can suck if you're not careful. And if any of you are wondering about that shiny 0 card that I had flying around there, that card, from what I'm guessing, I don't really know much knowledge about these cards. How I expect them though is that they're a little bit stronger than the average card of that type and that number. But you can only use it one time. And then after that it goes away and you can't refresh it using a potion, which kind of sucks because they are pretty useful, especially since the ones that are shiny are usually 0 cards. Even though it could get broken and that whole entire card's worthwhile could disappear like a friggin' flick of the fingers. And let's open up this next room and let's hopefully get close to the key of beginning so we can cut it off a little bit there. So something that's not too much of a bother. Let's open up a Moogle shop. Let's see if we get any interesting for talking to this little guy over here. Gives us our free pack of cards. Let's see if we get at least a decent card out of this. And now we're going to start getting the Lucky Lady card, but I'm going to go with this 9 Kingdom Key. I need to show you we still got a little bit while to go before we can actually purchase one of those cards. But I think now's a good point to kind of cut off. We finished off Hades and we just entered Wonderland. Catch you guys all next time.